Hello, my lovely crafty people, and we are back with the Full Deck Challenge hosted by Shanuki Art, and she's got all the videos on her YouTube channel and her Facebook group, which is a really supportive community. Today is card 29, and the prompt today is photo, and I lost my lovely neighbour Diane back at the end of June, and we had her celebration of life last week, and in the programme was this beautiful photo of her as a young lady, and then there were some photos of her now, and this is how I remember Diane, always with a lovely smile and always just full of life. So I asked her children if that was okay that I used some of her photos, and they said absolutely, should have loved that. So today for photos, I'm going to use this lovely picture and this lovely picture. My constant is a small playing card. And let's have a look. I think my carryover is just going to be florals, because Diane loved her garden. Her garden was just full of wildflower and just beautiful flowers all over her garden. So I'm going to use that as a start for my collage. So I'm going to pop those to one side. Rather than create a collage background today, should I? No, rather than create a collage background today, I've got this lovely, it's like pattern tissue paper that I've picked up somewhere. And I'm going to use that to just create the background. So I'm going to glue that down. I've also got out my purple fabric scraps, my purple stickers, and my butterfly stickers, because I'd like to make Di into a butterfly fairy. Now she has her wings. She was just one of life's lovely people, one of those genuinely lovely people that you meet. They ask for nothing in the world but just your friendship, and that it was a pleasure to be friends with her. So I'm just going to trim off the excess. I haven't glued that top corner because part of the challenge this time round is to leave part of the card showing, so we know it is an altar playing card. So I've stuck down everything else. Apart from that top corner, I'm just going to tear across so we can see it is the 8 of diamonds. And let's just cut round and make sure all the excess is off. There we go, it's a beautiful floral background. So I'm going to use this picture of Di as my focal point, but I'm also going to have this one in the background with the playing card. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to lay those out yet, but I have got some other bits and bobs that I'd like to include. So I am going to create kind of a little mini collage over the top of this page, and I've got this lovely spotty paper. So just going to have that across there. This lovely butterfly paper. That coming across there. This is just a really lovely purple floral out of a scrapbooking pad. So I'm just gonna have a few florally purpley bits going across, and this is, yeah, let's use the back of this one as well and just have that paler purple spot. Lovely. So I'm just going to glue those down. And then, just using one of my metallic markers, I'm just going to go round the edge of this photo of Diane, or Di as we knew her, and I printed this onto photo paper, but I kind of changed the colouring to mono and then reduced the black a little, so you can just see a hint of the colour in her floral top. For the celebration service, we were asked to wear something spring garden, cottage gardeny, florals, and it was just an explosion of colour inside the church, and it was lovely. And people from the village she used to live in all bought flowers from their own gardens to decorate the church and the wake venue. Yeah, it was a beautiful day, obviously sad, but beautiful. It was a real honour to her memory. So I just thought I use this lovely photo of Diane to celebrate her life. This card might not make it into the pack. I might send it to her children, but I will see if they want it or whether they're just happy for me to use it in my pack. So on the video today, I'm not going to put the number on the corner, and I'm not going to punch the holes in it ready for popping it in the book until I've spoken to her daughter or her son to see if they're happy with me using it in my book. I'm sure they will, because I can make them another one, but it just is polite to ask, isn't it? So just giving her a little bit of glitz. Just making it stand out a little. Okay. And then I've gathered a few different fairy wings. So this was out of one of my butterfly books. This is a sticker. And then I quite like this sticker because it's quite large. So I thought I quite like that one, but I might go with the plain one just because the background is very full. So I'm going to just cut off the middle part. And where's that pen? I'm just going to go round, round the outside of each butterfly wing. And I don't want this card too busy. I just want it to die to just stand out, and it all to be really about her. Oh, I'm not doing very well there, am I? That's fine. So we're going to have those stuck on the background. The only problem with photo paper is it scratches really easy, but it is what it is. Let's just have that one and that one. There you go. So there's our photo of Diane. I'm going to leave the back sticky because I'm going to come back to it. So I'm going to just stand her there so she doesn't stick to anything. Stand her to one side. And I've got my purple scraps, and in here I've got this really lovely kind of chiffon-y fabric. It's really nice and shimmery, so shimmer. I'm just going to cut a strip of that. Just cut off that rolled edge. don't want it too long, so I'll cut some off the bottom. And then, natty little trick, I'm just going to use my paper piercer and just run it over in different directions. It just tears it up a little. Just makes it so it's not quite such a bring the card back, you can see now it's lost some of its just pure squareness. I'm going to use a slightly stronger glue to stick this down, so I'm just going to do oh, that might run out. That might be the issue. I'm going in with the splodge. So this is just a mix of strong medium, which is like a really strong PVA, and then just some clear PVA. Just mixing it up. It does dry clear, which is quite handy. So I'm just going to stick that down. And then I'm going to pop a little bit of some scraps of lace. Might use those, but I'm going to just pop a little bit of this netting over the top. It's all going wrong. So I'm just going to stick that down. Stay. So this is just from a fruit bag. So I'm going to stick that down as well. Let's just take off that ripped bit. And then I'm going to stick dye on top of that. What I don't want to do is get glue on the front of the photo because it lifts the photo, which is really annoying. Just going to pop dye down on top of those. Just press it down using my press. This is just, I think it's a lid from a jar or something. I just have next to my desk that I can use. Okay. Oh, that's lovely. And then to incorporate the mini playing card, I'm going to go around the outside of that, around the outside. And I've got this lovely floral paper that I'm going to glue the card to. And then I'm going to tear around it. Just have that down. bottom corner. Oh. Now, while the card is there, the playing card is there, I don't really want it being a focal point of. So I've got these lovely giant blues. So I'm going to use that one. I'm probably going to have that just coming over the corner there. Coming over the card like that. So the card is there, but it's just kind of a nod to it. Let's add a little bit of that purple onto the edge of the rip. There we go. And then I've got another nice big flower. Look what we've got. It's another nice one. It's got a little bit of sparkle on it. But let's have a little bit of sparkle everywhere you go. And what else did I just see? I think that'll do for those. Okay. So I haven't used the lace. I might not do. I might just use a little, but I'm going to grab my quotes book. Where is it? I'm going to have a look for a lovely quote. Let's grab the purple. Let's have that one. Darling, you are a work of art. So let's stick down a bit of ribbon. Just coming out of that all the way up. Just tuck it behind, bring it up. And then let's have this. Darling, you are a work of art. The top corner there will be left. And where is it? Let's just have a little bit of lace coming across there. Because I saw another one I wanted to pop on. So I'll just have that coming across behind her leg. Pop a little bit of glue on her leg. That down, and then I did see on the other one celebrate. Do I want to celebrate? Yeah, it says celebrate because it was a celebration of her life. Celebrate. That's all my purpley ones. Actually, let's just take celebrate off there because it's quite a little one. be your beautiful self. Stick that down, and then we'll just have celebrate. Just stuck there. So I'm just going to trim up the edges, and then I'm just going to go round the edge of the card with that purple sparkly pen. And then, my dears, I think we are done. I haven't included the other picture, so what I might do is make a mini card to give to them. I might make 2 of them, so I'll copy the picture so that both her children can have one. Yeah, I think it'll be a nice gift to make for them. So that is, I mean, she was so glamorous. Look at that picture. How beautiful was she? And yeah, so I might use this one actually for my journal, but make them their own miniature cards. Not miniature, normal size playing cards. So I'll probably use this one for the pack. Yeah, let's do that. So I will make the number corner very quickly once I've done this. And then what I do is I hole punch down this side and I'm sewing them into a book. So I will have like a journal book of Full Deck Challenge 3. I have completed the other challenges and I have started giving away some of my cards I made for Full Deck Challenge 1 and Full Deck Challenge 2. I did those kind of at the end of last year. I just did a bit of a catch up on them. And go on, stick. So let's choose some nice bright purpley paper. Let's have that in the top corner. I'm just going to use my punch. We have one of those. And then just a background. It doesn't have to be anything too fussy because it's just on the back side. No, that's not big enough. Just have a piece of that. Okay, and then using this one, just grab my stamps, my number stamps. I keep knocking that. Sorry if I'm making you seasick. So I'm just going to use my number stamps. What are we on? 29. No, that's 26. Yeah, it's a 9. So this is just a stamp pack that I picked up from the scrap store. I have lost the number 4, as I have previously mentioned. So I do need to borrow my friend's who's got the same set. Every now and then I have to borrow her number 4, which is really annoying. So we're going to have that on the front. I think actually we're going to go with this one on the front. Just go around the edge just to take that white edge off. Okay, so I'm just going to turn her over, stick down this one, which I kind of use the line at the back of the card to stick it down so that it sticks in the right place. Then I'll stick down this one on top. And then just very quickly cut these numbers out. What are we up to? About 20 minutes. So they are really quite a quick make. I have no idea how Shanuki does it in 5 or 6 minutes. I think because she fast forwards bits, doesn't she? I need to have a think about how long my videos are, because I think some of them are very long. And maybe I need to have a go at getting them down. Let me know in the comments if my videos are too long and you'd like them shorter, and then I'll have a look. I mean, I already do try and get quite a lot of the stuff ready and have a plan in my head. I don't always stick to that plan. But I like to have some kind of plan in my head of where I'm going. And yeah, but let me know. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see more of. At the moment, I am just videoing the challenges as I'm doing them. I just use these glitter markers just to go around some of the detail in the number. It just makes the number pop and you can really see what number it is. Okay, 29. And there we have Diane. A little ode to Diane and the beautiful memory of her. Thank you for watching.